Hey y'all, it's Megan, and we are officially down to less than 3 weeks until we're back at Walt Disney World. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So I am going to show y'all. I mentioned that I was going to do a little bit of planning with you, and that we'd already done some of our Fastpass reservations, but I'm going to show you the ones that we have. And then I'm going to go through for another day that we haven't scheduled yet, and I'm going to kind of show you how you can go about getting your fast passes if you've never done it before, and also what it's like to be booking fast passes when you are like 20 days away from your trip, less than that actually. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna switch over to my other camera. I'm gonna look at my laptop here, and we're gonna walk you through how to get your fast passes. Okay. So as of right now, we have 23 days left until our trip, as of when I'm filming. And yeah, here's what we've got going on for our fast passes. Like I said, we're going to get there the night of the 9th, Friday the 9th, and then extra magic hours are at Animal Kingdom the next morning from 7 to 8. So our plan is, since there were no fast passes for Flight of Passage available, since we are booking so close to the time that we're going, we're going to go for the extra magic hours first thing in the morning and beeline it to Pandora and get in line for Flight of Passage. Hopefully getting there first thing in the morning. We are planning on getting to the park probably around 6:30, 6:45-ish, just so we can try to be some of the earlier people. We're not going to be first. We never are. But that's our plan anyway. We want to try to be as early as we can to to Animal Kingdom, so that we can go and we can get in line for Flight of Passage. Now, we are taking into account that there could be quite a line. That's why we have not booked Navi River Journey until 8:15 to 9:15. That gives us time to, if the line is already, sorry, not my tripod. That gives us time, if the line is already pretty long, that gives us time to wait in a pretty decently long line and still do Flight of Passage and make it to our Navi River Journey Fast Pass. And if by some miracle we do get into Flight of Passage, get it done pretty quickly, we can go ahead and run over and do an early morning safari while it's still kind of cool out, and come back for our Navi River Journey Fast Pass between 8:15 and 9:15. Obviously at that point we'd be a little bit farther in towards that 9:15 time frame. And then after that, the rest of the day is going to kind of go as normal for us. We're going to do Everest, and we're going to do Dinosaur. And I picked Dinosaur instead of Festival of the Lion King for the first time. I did that because every time we've gone, we have been in the Fastpass line for Festival of the Lion King, and we've always been in the lion section, and I desperately need my husband to be a warthog at some point, so I need us to be in a different section next time. So we're not getting a Fastpass. Plus, you're going to get in, and the show is going to start at the same time, so you just are not going to have to wait in the line for as long, but you don't really necessarily need to wait in the line very long anyway, because I don't know that theater ever reaches capacity and they have to tell people, oh, you have to come back at the next show. So I'm not really concerned about using a fast pass for that. That's what we're doing on our first day. And then on Sunday, we're heading over to Hollywood Studios. Again, they have extra magic hours that morning. That's why we're doing them in this order instead of, you see here, we're not doing Magic Kingdom until our third day. And most people like to start at Magic Kingdom, and if it was just me going, I would probably start at Magic Kingdom. So we're trying to follow where the extra magic hours are, and extra magic hours are in the morning at Animal Kingdom again on that Monday, so we're not going to go back to Animal Kingdom again before we go to the other parks, so we're heading to Magic Kingdom on Monday. But anyway, going back, Sunday we're going to Hollywood Studios, and we're going to run in and immediately go to Toy Story Mania, because they had fast passes available, but they were not until late in the evening. And when that is your only option, I recommend not getting the fast passes for them unless every single thing is evening, and then you might as well. But when there are options to get some, you see we've got one at like 12:15 and 1. Those times are a little bit better than if there's only 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening kind of time frames, because you can't get more fast passes and you can't do more stuff until you use them up. So we're gonna run in and do Midway Mania just without a fast pass to begin with, and then we've got Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, and Star Tours kind of back to back after that. A little bit of time to probably grab a little something to eat. What do you like to eat in Hollywood Studios? That's one of the places that we never really eat anything. We always just like have snacks or something. Nothing's on my list right now for I must have this at Hollywood Studios. So if you've got some recommendations, please do let me know those. But that being said, we are moving on to Monday, Magic Kingdom, and we're going to run in and immediately, we're going to go to the left this time. we, along with pretty much everyone else in the world, typically go to the right when we first come down Main Street and go into Magic Kingdom, and we head over towards Space Mountain usually. We're going to switch it up this time and see what the crowds are like when we head to the left, and we're going to go over towards Adventureland and Frontierland kind of area, and we're going to go over to do Big Thunder Mountain first thing that morning, and then we're going to then go to Space Mountain and then Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. We're doing that one instead of any of the other Fast Pass attractions because Buzz Lightyear's line is so annoying. I don't know what it is about that line, but it's so cramped and crowded, and it's always hot, and it's one of my least favorite lines in all of Disney World now that I'm thinking about it. And our other option was to get one for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which kind of like Toy Story Midway Mania, they didn't have any until late in the evening. They had like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and we just rather go in and, you know, wait in line or see if there's a Fast Pass that opens up later in the day once we've used up our initial 3, rather than booking something for late in the evening and then kind of having to plan the entire day around something that's not going to happen for, 6 more hours. So we didn't get it for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train because of that. We didn't get it for Splash because Splash is not my jam. I've mentioned it before, don't really like getting wet. So I'm sure we will do Splash this time because my husband has never done it. Go ahead, yell at me in the comments. I know I haven't ever made him do it. But since it's hopefully not going to be super crowded, it's not going to be as crowded as it has been the past 2 times we've been, because we've been in July and August the past 2 times. So hopefully it's not going to be as crowded and people are not going to be flocking to Splash quite as much, and we can maybe ride that one in the evening sometime this trip. So we didn't pick Splash, and we didn't pick Haunted Mansion was the other one that we were thinking about, because the Haunted Mansion queue goes pretty quickly. So many people can get into the stretch room and then into the corridor afterwards that it doesn't really take that long for the queues unless it's extended queue and that you can kind of walk by and see how long the line is outside. But it really moves pretty quickly, so we weren't really concerned about getting a Fast Pass for that. So we went with Buzz because one of these days, I swear, I'm going to be the Galactic Defender. It's gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen for me. It's gonna happen for my husband or my mom or my sister or someone who's with me, because I am absolutely terrible at this. I don't know what it is. I think if I had a little gun thing that I could actually move around instead of just it being stationary and having to turn, I think I'd be a lot better. But also my hand-eye coordination it's not there. So maybe I'm just not aiming correctly. Who knows? So that's what we've got planned so far. Now I'm gonna walk you through how to make new Fast Passes. So as you can see right here, when you open up, you're going to go to mydisneyexperience.com, and then it's going to direct you back to Disney World, blah, 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 My Disney Experience, and then click on Fast Passes. So once you are there, then you can come and make selections. Okay, so that's going to show what we've got so far. Now we're going to add Fast Pass. And then let's see what there is on the 16th. Let's plan that one. So it looks like Magic Kingdom has extra magic hours in the morning. So that's probably the park that we're going to go to, especially because that's going to be our last full day. We're leaving on the 17th. So that's going to be our last full day in the parks, and we're probably going to want to start it off at Magic Kingdom. We may spend a lot of time at Magic Kingdom, we may not, I don't know, but that's probably where we're going to start, especially since they do have those extra magic hours going on. So you're going to come to this, and Magic Kingdom is special because it does not have a tier system. Every attraction that offers Fast Passes, you have those now at Magic Kingdom, and you can go through and you can pick. And it looks like the only things that you cannot get for the time that we're going right now are Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, because all of the Fast Passes are booked up for that, and Pirates of the Caribbean, which is going to be under refurbishment while we are there. It's actually going to come back up like a day or two after we leave. So we're not going to get to do Pirates this time, but everything else is open for us to get. So let's start up here, and probably going to end up doing something very similar to what our other day was. And you can always, they give you some suggested times over here. So if we wanted to go in and do the same thing, go to the left and go over towards Big Thunder, then we could click one of these times, or you can click View Details and More Times, and there's some more things that pop up. So over there, the earliest time was, 8:25, something like that. Here, you can see that there's actually an 8:10. So that's going to be pretty much as soon as the park opens for regular park guests. Like I said, EMH is from 7 to 8, so if we go for EMH, we will be in there already for an hour before this time, but that'll give us some time that we can go in, we can do some other stuff. Maybe we run in and do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train first thing, since we can't get a fast pass for it. And then let's say we go at 8:10 to Big Thunder. So we can hit confirm, and that's going to be that, and it's going to ask you if you want another fast pass. And if you want to continue for the same day, you know, we've only gotten one for this day, click here. If you want to go and select for a different day, obviously click there. Or if you for some reason just want one fast pass or whatever, you can click I'm done. And let's see what we got here. And you can see kind of, okay, that's about as good as we're gonna get. You can see around this box it has a little black line, so that's showing you that you already have a fast pass during that time, so you can't schedule anything during that window. Wouldn't it be nice if you could schedule them all for like the same time and just go boom, boom, boom and get them all out of the way, but you cannot do that. So we are going to go with, let me zoom this back out here. Let's go with Space Mountain. Let's see what times we got for space. So it looks like we can get a 9:10, so that'll be exactly after our Big Thunder Fast Pass runs out. We can go straight over. And then for this day, maybe I'll pick something besides Buzz Lightyear, because I don't know that we need to do that more than once per trip. And let's see, Dumbo, I don't know that you really need a fast pass for that, because the way the queue works, it's pretty quick these days. It's a small world, the queue is usually not too bad in there, plus it's shaded, you're not gonna be dying of a heat stroke. We are not gonna get a fast pass to meet any characters, although if you are going specifically to meet some characters, this is a great way to do it. Cuts the line out really fast. When we went and we met Cinderella and Rapunzel at the time they were together, that cut out so much time of our wait, and that was really great. So if you are considering going and meeting some characters, that's definitely a great way to do it. PhilharMagic, you're never going to have too much of a line, plus it is super air conditioned in there, so if you are in a line, kind of lovely. Peter Pan is, I've mentioned before, not my thing, so I think we're going to go with, Haunted Mansion for this one. So let's see what times they have for Haunted Mansion. So we're going to Big Thunder from 8:10 to 9:10, and then Space Mountain from 9:10 to 10:10, and then look at that, there's a 10:20 for Haunted Mansion, and we're confirmed. So now you see we've gotten 3, and obviously continue on the same day is blocked out. We could still go and we could select for another day during our trip. I think we're going to leave a couple of days open because we're not sure what days we're going to go do some other stuff outside the parks, and we're not sure what days we're going to want to go and kind of touch up things that we might have missed where we might want to be. So we're going to save our other days, and we'll just kind of wake up and go wherever the wind takes us kind of deal, and see what kind of fast passes we can get the day of. And that's worked out for us in the past, so we're going to click I'm done, and now we have our full itinerary. You can see there Saturday where we're heading and the times that we're doing it. Sunday, that's how you do it. So there's 4 days of our trip. We have 6-day passes this time, so we'll be in the parks for 6 days. And that's what we're going to do. So that is how you do your fast passes. If you have questions about it, oh, Ajax has decided now is the time to play on the cat tree. Can we just, hang on, I'm going to walk with y'all for just a second. Look at how tall this cat tree is. Like, yeah, I know, you're alpha, huh, okay. I mean, I'm not real tall, I'm only 5'2", but still, like, why does my cat have a cooler house than I do? Anyway, that is how you do your fast passes. If you have questions about it, make sure that you are leaving those questions down below. Do you like my choices? Are they interesting choices? What picks do you make when you go to each of the individual parks? Do you have a favorite? Do you have one that you absolutely must have a fast pass for that I didn't get, and maybe I'm missing something here? Help a sister out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.